Which of the following is the best approximation of the square root of 3.8 times 10 to the power 25? The square root of 3.8 times 10 to the power 25. This, I must say, is a little tricky, but it's easy. Now, how do we go about this? I'm going to lay credence to something which you must have learned in your undergraduate, and that is sorts. You must have heard of the word sorts before. Sorts. So now, one of the basic operations of sorts is that, which I'm just going to refer to as star, is that when you're told to find the square root of the product of two numbers, so what it says is you can share the square root sign to the two of them. That is, this is the same thing as the root of a. So let me say a times b is the same thing as the root of a times the root of b. So what it says is anytime you're told to find the square root of the product of two numbers, it is equal to the product of the square root of those two numbers. You can share the root sign amongst the two of them. Alright, let me go about this problem. I'm going to show you a bad way and a good way of solving this problem, since we have time anyway. But if it was in the exam, I can't do that. Okay, let me start with the bad way. So what we have here is, assuming you are told to find the square root of 3.8 times 10 to the power 25. So what you might want to do is, since you want to share this root sign, so what you have here is, so what I'm going to do is let me just denote this by this is 3.8. I'm going to call this 10 to the power 25, so that we'll see the way it's being shared. So this is just going to give us the root of 3.8, so using this law here, times the root of 10 to the power 25. So this is what we have, and then this is just equal to the root of 3.8 times, now this is going to be 10 to the power 25, then raised to, so you have a root sign here, so this is raised to the power half. So that's what you have. So now this is equal to the root of 3.8 times, now this is going to be 10 to the power 25 all over 2. Now looking at what you have here, what you'd observe, if you look closely, what you'd observe here is this is 10 to the power 25 all over 2. It's very, very difficult for you to make any approximation here, and that's because what you have here is 25. 25 divided by 2, you're going to have a very kind of odd number, that which you need a calculator to be able to find that. So the thing is, you want to try, when you want to do this problem, you're going to try and ensure that the number you have here should be even. Not odd, because when it is even, then 2 can successfully divide the number. So what I'm going to do, which I'm going to show you next, is the efficient way of solving this kind of problem, and that is I'm going to break 25 down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break 25 down into 24 plus 1. So 1 is going to go to one side, and then 24 is going to go to the other side, so that 2 can successfully divide that. And then we'll see how we can do that. So I'm going to write this problem again down. So what you have now is you have 2. So this is the efficient way now. So you have the root of 3.8 times 10 to the power 25. So this is going to be equal to, now this is the root of, so like we said, our aim is we want to break 25 down so that we can be able to divide by 2. So this becomes 3.8 times 10 to the power, so this becomes 24. So this is 24, then times 10 to the power 1. Say 10 to the power 1. Yep. So this is what we have. 10 to the power 1. So I could just rearrange this by saying this is going to be 3.8 times 10 to the power 1, then times 10 to the power 24. So now I have this, and then according to the law of sorts, or one of the basic operations of sort, we said if you have a, you can split them. So let's go ahead and split this. So what you have here is just going to be the root of 3.8 times 10 to the power 1, then times the root of 10 to the power 24. So anyway, now what we have here is 3.8 times 10, that's going to give you 38, then times, now what you have here is 10 to the power 24 raised to the power half. That's what you have. Now this is just going to give you 10 to the power 24 times half. So this goes off and then this gives you 12. So that's going to be 10 to the power 12. So what you have is just going to be the root of 38 times 10 to the power 12. But then when we go back to the question here, you have two options here that says 1.9 times 10 to the power 12, 6.2 times 10 to the power 12. Now how then do you really know which you are going to choose as your answer? Since what we have here is the root of 38 times 10 to the power 12. So I can just show you a very good way to know which to choose. So now again, what we have here is the root of 38. Now let's draw a number line. When we draw the number line, now let's say 38 falls here. I'm sorry, this is 38, and then we have 39, we have 40, we have 41, you have 42, and let's say you have 37, you have 36, you have 35. Now of all the numbers that you have here, the number which is closest to 38, that is a perfect square. That is the number such that you can find the root. You understand? The number that can be written as the square of another whole number. So the number is 36. So you can just say 38. You can say 38 is just 36 plus. Like if they asked you your age, and maybe your age was 38 years, so you can as well say my age is 36 plus. But and you can also say my age is 40 minus, something like that. So you understand the scenario here. So the reason why I want to use 36 is because I can find the root of 36. That's why I want to use it here. But then the thing is, you can as well choose another number, but the next number after 38 that you can find the root is going to be, I think, 49, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. It has to be 49, which is very far. So you need the nearest one. That's the one you choose. So which is 36. So but then since what we have here is 38, so we would say this equals 36, but 38 is not equal to 36, but rather 38 equals 36 plus 36 plus 36 plus, that is 36 plus some number, then times 10 to the power 12. Now this number, when you find the root of 36, what you'd have is 6 plus the root of 36 is this, but the plus still stays there, then times 10 to the power 2. Now you're going to see how useful this is going to be now in finding the solution. So our answer is 6 plus times 10 to the power 2. So our solution was 6 plus times 10 to the power 2. That is 6 plus some little number. So looking at the two of them here, this is the one that is 6.2. So you can see this is 6 plus. But while what you have here is 1.9. So that tells you your answer here is going to be this. So you can see when you use this method, the method I just explained below, it makes the whole thing easier, and then it gives you less headache in trying to so you don't doubt the veracity of your choice when you come across problems like this. Alright, thanks man.